this is the transform. You get 6 of these, and every hands-free system, as you know, has a fixation system that's sometimes a clip or a pillow or a retention system. And Jim's going to demonstrate how this works. Inside each applicator are all your sensors. There are 9 sensors on each applicator, and they're each the size of the palm of your hand. You have 3 positive electrodes, positive radiofrequency current at 1 million cycles per second, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the negative electrodes on the sides. That creates a bipolar field. RF travels based upon fluence and distance between the electrodes, about half that distance. So it's going to start hitting the dermis first and then go into the superficial fat, maybe a centimeter or so. And all the time it's going to measure, are you in contact? What is the temperature under each of these 9 sensors, 1 sensor per electrode? And are you close to your endpoint, and do we cut off the RF around that endpoint? What's the impedance? And how long do you want to sustain that thermal exposure? So 1,000 times a second is measuring a lot of the stuff that was measured with body type, face type, Accutype.
So whenever I arrive for training day, essentially you'll have your trainer reach out to your office. They'll schedule a date, time, and then they'll go over appropriate amount of models that you'll have. I like to treat at least 4 to 6. And on a training day, I usually prefer to have staff members or models that you're going to have patients that come in that are okay with shorter treatments. I think in a training it's more beneficial for the trainer to show the office how to use these belts in multiple areas, not do full treatments where we're just kind of waiting on the patient to finish that treatment, 30 minutes to an hour long.
Okay, kind of like here. Perfect.
Exactly.
And so let's go to the front of the machine here, Matt, and let's look at the buttonology first and zoom in on that screen right here. And so that's the front of the Evolve X. And if you have an Evolve, old school Evolve, the company, again, R&D's improved things. They are committed to swapping out everyone with a trim to the Transform. And so hyperthermia plus high voltage pulsing, skin 43 for 45 minutes, fat to 44, 45 for 45 minutes, and we throw a little high voltage pulse at them. So once it starts to get into therapeutic doses, 40, 41, 42, 43, skin is tightening. Fat is starting to heat up, 44, 45, and it will undergo cytotoxic effect. And then that 2 seconds of muscle stimulation, you're also zapping it, electrocuting the fat with high voltage non-thermal pulses. Very integrated, complex technology, made pretty simple. Hook them up, turn it on, turn it to 30 watts, turn up the EMS, and let it just heat up. And the rest does it automatically.